Maryland basketball season is in full swing, and your boy God's favorite host is back with another video. Talk about how well they've been doing and preview a big time matchup this weekend on national television as the Terps travel to New Jersey to face Villanova. So two storied programs doing battle this Sunday. And I'll give you the time and date for that. Make sure you subscribe, slam dunk that subscribe button, lay up that like button, block that bell, leave a comment down below, leave your favorite emoji, thoughts on the team, good, bad, ugly, your favorite player, favorite game so far, what are you expecting moving forward. Like I said, if you have nothing else to say, leave your favorite emoji. Leave what you want to have for dinner tonight, your favorite food, your predictions for the NFL weekend, NBA season's in full. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and we will shout you out. Here on the Flex Zone Podcast, as we give you your Terps coverage as only we can. Best place giving you sports, how you want it, when you need it. Let's go back to, this was on Tuesday. Maryland came in against Canisius, who was 0-5, 30-point favorites. And not only did they beat them, they destroyed them. They annihilated them. They tucked their head between their tails and sent them back to wherever Canisius is, which I don't know where Canisius is. Canisius.
Go Google it. Go Google it.
I'll go Google it. Canisius. But Maryland laid the smackdown, beating Canisius 108-37.
Finish him, Daddy.
They brought the belts out and they beat them up early and often. From the word go, it was over before it got started. Before they got off the bus, this game was over. And I'm trying to see the location of Canisius because I did want to know where they are at. Canisius is in, which state is Canisius located in? Oh, they're in New York, in Buffalo, right outside of Buffalo. So that's where Canisius is located. So a nice drive down 95 to get an ass whooping. They became an NCAA Division I program for men and women. So they do have they have a Division I program for men and women. They're a member of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference and Atlantic Hockey America. So there you go. There's your history lesson for today. So if anyone asks you if you learned something new today, God's favorite host and the Flex Zone Podcast taught you that Canisius University is in Buffalo, New York. And they could have stayed in Buffalo and probably had a better outing than they showed on Tuesday because Canisius.
Go Google it.
I did. They're in Buffalo. They got demolished. It was a 188-37 victory. Maryland had 7 players in double figures, the second largest margin of victory in program history, 71 points. They beat North Texas by 75, December 23rd, 1998. 19 straight wins against unranked opponents while surpassing 100 points. First time since a 105-65 win over Alcorn State last season. Let me park right there. I'm not sitting up here celebrating like this team is in the Final Four or it's even in the Sweet 16. But when you come in as 31.5, 32-point favorites, and you demolish a team by 71 points, you literally only give up 14 points in the first half. So you hold a team under 20 points, whether it's the level of ability, the size, being able to keep a Division One program, their Division One program, regardless of if you know where they are or not, to keep them to 14 points and 23 points in the second half with your foot off the gas, and probably a lot of guys who don't play big minutes in the game. So Maryland's defense, I think out of anything else early on in this season, in my opinion, the energy, effort, and just heart they play with, it seems like an extension of Kevin Willard as well. And they're playing very, very good defensively, which I think is very, very important to how this season could go. Maryland's now 4-1. Julian Reese, who I think is the key to this season, 14 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double. If Juju can just give you that every night, I think he can give you the 10 to 12 rebounds, 2 or 3 blocks. Honestly, with his size and just defensive ability, an anchor, and I think he communicates well with the team. He's the leader. He's grown into that leadership role. 14 and 10. He can give you that every night. This team is going to be very, very well off. But Terps were up 59-14 at half. Canisius went scoreless for most of the first half. More than 9 minutes, they were scoreless. They were coming off the loss to Marquette, so it was good to see that Maryland didn't hang too hard on that loss. They pretty much used that as motivation to play even better this game. 17 of 33, 54%, and 84% from the line. Also free throws. If this team can shoot around 80+%, that will help them. Marquette game, they had 2 free throws to tie the game, and they missed both. So it's the fundamentals. The little things are the big things. Make your free throws, play defense, rebound. Rodney Wright scored 13. Jay Young had 12. Jacoby Gillespie, Derek Queen, and Malachi Palmer chipped in 10 apiece. Derek Queen's good as advertised. Obviously, a freshman still adjusting. I say give him about 10 to 15 games. Let's see where he's at. But the ebbs and flows. He's going to have his 20 and 10 games. He's going to have his 10-point games. It's good. He's going to be all right. He's going to be a mainstay here for a couple of years to help get this program where we, as guys who and ladies who support the Terps, want to see this team. Maryland had a 5-game homestand. That was the last of the 5-game homestand. You go 4-1 in 5 home games. You got to love it. Now Maryland will head to the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey for the 2024 Empire Classic, which is presented by Continental. Hey, Continental, you want to present the Flex Zone? We're down for it. Let me put the graphic for you guys. This was announced back in March that they would play a neutral site game, one-on-one, well, team versus team, and this will take place on Sunday at 1 p.m. I mentioned I have the time and location. It's in New Jersey. It's at 1 p.m. on ESPN, national television, nationally televised event. So Maryland and Villanova will do work on Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. I'm actually excited because shout out to whoever scheduled this. Willard, the athletic department, Damon Evans, Maryland University, whoever else was involved with that. Knowing that looking at it, the NFL schedule wasn't out yet in March. It usually comes out in May after the draft. So in March, for them to have the foresight to put this game at 1 p.m. And shout out to the NFL schedule makers as well, because they're going up against the NFL, but knowing to not put a Ravens game at the same time. If they were going to do it, they were going to probably do it at 4, maybe at 8 o'clock. They did even better. They put it on a different day. So you have your Maryland basketball on Sunday. Well, let's go back. We do have to acknowledge the losers in the room. Maryland football on Saturday against Iowa. Maryland basketball Sunday afternoon, and you still got your NFL fun. You got your college football fun Saturday as well. So really, you got Saturday, Maryland football, college football. Sunday, Maryland basketball, NFL football. Monday, Ravens football. So Maryland and Villanova will do work. Villanova is not your fathers or your Jay Wright's Villanova team. This isn't a perennial Final Four national championship team. They are 3-3. And it really starts like it did with Marquette with Cam Jones. It starts and ends with Eric Dixon. He's a senior. You know, Villanova loves those long in the tooth 3, 4, 5-year guys. And Eric Dixon, that's a great last name, by the way, 24-7, so 24-8, and pretty much 2 assists, shooting 56% from the field. Him and Juju are going to do work down low. How much can Juju negate him? Can Juju and Derek Queen stay out of foul trouble? That is going to be the key. Eric Dixon, like I said, he is averaging 24.4, 7.8, and 1 assist. Now, I do think Villanova has had some tough losses. They've played some stiff competition, but I think Maryland is just overall a better team. I think, in my opinion, looking at this game, and you see Mr. Dixon there, Maryland, I think, has more talent. And it's good to say that. I really think they have more talent. You see, Derek Queen is the lead scorer from 9-15. He's shooting 59% from the field, 77% from the free throw line. You 9 rebounds a game, Gillespie 3 assists. So Maryland has a nice 3-man group. Juju, Derek Queen, and Gillespie. I think Maryland is going to win this game. What are the numbers? The spread. We don't have the spread right now or the overall over under. But as you see, Villanova has beat 10, lost to Virginia, beat NJIT. So really their level of competition, they really haven't played anybody. Maryland outside of Marquette hadn't played anybody, but this is going to be a big game for Maryland also so far also. And as you can see, this is the Big East standings. Villanova 3-3 and Maryland 4-1 right now. So hey, Maryland's going to be in the mix. I know Rutgers is good. Indiana is decent. Penn State, Oregon. We'll see. We shall see. You still got Purdue in there, of course. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I think Maryland wins. If I did have keys, stay out of foul trouble. Stay out of foul trouble because you're guarding Mr. Dixon. Stay out of foul trouble. I would say crash the boards. Win the rebounding battle. I think that will give you second chance opportunities. We know Maryland isn't the greatest three-point shooting team. While they still take the volume of threes that they take, I don't know. Now, can they get better? It's a long season. They're 4-1. I think so. I think there's potential. You can't get much worse in my opinion. I just think they need to play inside out. Let Queen, let Reese, let them get 25, 30 shots. Let Queen get his 12 to 15. Let Reese get another 10 to 15. Let those two guys get around 30 shots a night. That's why I said play inside out. If anything, you're getting them in foul trouble. So stay out of foul trouble. Win the boards. Win the rebounding battle. I would say control the tempo. Play your game. You know what I mean? Play fast, but also play your game. You want to pressure them defensively. You want to force some turnovers. You want to consistently for 40 minutes plus. Give them 40 minutes of hell as much as you can. Obviously, it's not going to be 40 minutes, but you want to give them everything you have defensively, and you want to force some turnovers if you can. So you want to, like I said, my first thing, stay out of foul trouble. Because Dixon is going to be a force down low. They're going to go to him. So I don't want Juju getting early foul trouble. I don't want Derek Queen getting into early foul trouble. I don't want Palmer and that's kind of an area of lacking for this team is the depth of the big man on the bench. They don't really have another big that's reliable to go to if Juju or Queen gets in foul trouble. But I do think that with that being said, don't get in foul trouble. Win the rebounding battle. Play inside out. And I would say control the tempo. Control the tempo. Don't let them. I think Villanova more or less maybe wants to slow the game down a little bit. But I think essentially Maryland wants to play fast. And I think they will be able to do that as well. As you can see, let me see. Maryland scores a lot of points, 86.2. Villanova 79.2. Villanova's giving up 68 points. Maryland only giving up 53. Obviously, only giving up 37 to Canisius will help that, but Maryland shooting 48.5 from the field, 42 rebounds a game, 13 assists, 3.8 blocks, so almost 4 blocks a game, and 9.4 steals. That's why I say defensively, especially, play fast, be aggressive. You're getting almost over 9 steals a game, almost 4 blocks. That's why I said Juju's good for 2 or 3. Then you got Derek Queen down there. You're getting about 4. That makes sense why you get 4 a game. So I think that is going to be key. Like I said, the defense to the Terps is going to take them a long way. And I look at they out rebound teams, they block shots, and they get steals. So they force turnovers. So like I said, with this game, win a rebounding battle, stay out of foul trouble, play inside out. That helps with the rebounding, giving second chance opportunities, getting into foul trouble. Control the tempo, play your game, play fast, especially on defense. Be up in their grill, force some turnovers because you're getting the steals, you're getting the blocks. So even if you're getting beat on the pressure, you got help at the rim, you got run protection, so you can be a little more aggressive, closing out for those 3-point shots with your jazzy hands and defending. So the steals, look at those numbers as we go through the season. Steals, the blocks, and the rebounding. Because if this team, even if they're not shooting well, like I said, if you don't shoot the best, you shoot a lot of threes, you miss them. But if you're pounding them inside, you're getting on the glass, you got 2 big guys down there, you're going to win the rebounding battle, get second chance opportunities, get easy buckets, get them in foul trouble. Like I said, I like Maryland to win this game. I don't think they get up to 80. They maybe get up to the low 70s, but this could be a lower scoring game. Both teams may be in that 65 to 75 range. And I think it could come down to maybe even Maryland making their free throws. I think that's a big key as well. Make your free throws, Maryland. Just make your free throws. Do the simple things. Make your free throws. I think it's very, very imperative to how this game is going to go against Villanova. But big shout out to the Empire Classic because the Prudential Center has 2 big events this weekend. They have the All Elite Wrestling Full Gear pay-per-view, which we will be covering here on the channel live as always each and every week, and that will lead into the Empire Classic, which, like I said, can't stress this enough, supports the Wounded Warrior Project, which is a great cause, and I'm glad Maryland is a part of it. I'm glad Villanova is a part of it. 2 storied programs getting it done for a great cause for the Wounded Warrior Project. As mentioned, this feels so much better. We didn't have to talk about the Maryland football team. I know they have underachieved vastly this season, and we've talked about it ad nauseum. We've talked about it ad nauseum. We've done various previews. If you don't know about Maryland football, Maryland basketball, Maryland recruiting, whatever they do down at College Park, I try to cover it for you guys. We got a Maryland football preview on the channel. So check it out. Maryland football takes on Iowa, needs to win their last 2, Iowa, Penn State to become bowl eligible. I don't see it happening, very unlikely. Probably not happening. Season's over if you ask me. Maryland preview on the channel as well. We got here Maryland basketball. We talked about the Marquette game. We are talking about the Canisius game. We're looking ahead to the Villanova game. Like I said, I think Maryland wins. I think it's in the 65-75 range. I think they out-rebound them. Get some steals for some turnovers. And you got to make your free throws. You got to make your free throws. Make your free throws. That's going to be a key as well. But I think Maryland wins, gets to 5-1. And like I said, if they can be 8-2 in their first 10, like I said, I think this team is at least the first 4 play-in the first night of the NCAA tournament type team. Maybe even higher than that. But if this team continues to ascend, it could be top 5, 16 in the Big Ten, maybe getting a top 7 or 8 seed in the tournament. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got content all on the channel, as mentioned. The Prudential Center has AW Full Gear Saturday night, which we'll be live for, and Sunday, Maryland Villanova, 1 p.m. on ESPN. Remember, no Ravens football. That's on Monday, so you got Terps Saturday, college football, all that other college football stuff Sunday. Terps basketball, 1 p.m. NFL Sunday fun, and then Monday, Ravens football, which we will be live for, streamed on this channel during the game, halftime, and after the game as well. Slam dunk that subscribe button, lay up that like button, block that bell. Sound off in the comment section. Leave your favorite emoji, favorite food. What are you expecting for the Terps against Villanova? What's your prediction for the game? Keys to the game, and more. I think Maryland takes it and gets it done. But Villanova is a tough, still well coached, and have a lot of veteran leadership. So Maryland, a young upstart team, let's see what they can do against Villanova on Sunday. Predicting a Maryland football loss and the Maryland basketball win. And I'll see you later here on Play Zone Podcast.